Okay, real talk for a second. I've been telling everyone I'm starting a matcha brand for like 2 months. 2 whole months, and I've done nothing. Like, nothing. Because here's the thing. I have a whole mind filled with ideas. I have a folder with silly little thoughts that should be brands. Mascots, names, phrases, half thought out businesses. And every single time I'm like, okay, next weekend I'll work on it. And then I don't. So today, we are fixing that. Today, we're taking one of these silly little thoughts and actually building the whole thing. The brand, the logos, the colors, the product shots, the social templates, a motion graphic, everything you actually need to launch in Lovart in like half an hour. And then we are saving the whole workflow as a reusable skill. So my next brand idea is even faster, and saving the whole brand identity into my brand kit so it lives in my workspace forever. This is video 2 on the Lovart channel. If you missed video 1, the link is on the screen. It's a walkthrough of GPT Image 2. You'll like it. But for this one, if you've been sitting on a brand idea longer than you'd like to admit, this is the video for you. Let's go. The brand. It's called Gizmo. It's named after my cat. I have a cat. Her name is Gizmo. She is a black cat and she is relentless. Gizmo likes to show up, refuses to leave, and you don't get a moment of peace. And a good idea, same energy. And today we are going to do something about that idea. Hence, Gizmo, the matcha brand. Her eyes are this wild matcha green colored. Deeply matcha. And one day I was just staring at her and went, hold on, that's the brand. That is literally a matcha brand. So we're making it. Now here's the part that I'm doing differently this time. The cool thing about Lovart is that you can feed it more than one reference. It doesn't have to guess from one image or a vibe. You can give it a whole little reference set. So I'm gonna upload 4 things. First, the doodle. I drew a little gizmo and those gorgeous black cat eyes, plus her name. Let me just show you. Gizmo. This is what we're starting from. That is going to be our brand mark idea. Second, third, and fourth, I'm going to add some actual product reference photos, the physical products that I want to sell. A frosted glass tumbler, the kind you'd see at Erewhon, a chunky handmade stoneware mug, and a craft paper takeaway cup. These are the actual containers I want my brand to live on. And then one more reference, because why not? A vibe shot. I have this little photo from a cafe that I love. It's a sunlit marble counter, ceramic stacked everywhere, very Instagram. This is the world that this brand lives in. We're going to drag all of those files into the canvas. And now Lovart has the full reference set. Now the prompt. This one I'm going to actually write a real prompt for because we are building a real brand system, not just one image. So here's what I type. Build a complete brand system for a small batch matcha brand called Gizmo. The brand mark is a black cat doodle that I uploaded. The eyes are matcha green. The color palette is oat cream, deep matcha green, and warm black. Vibe is neighborhood matcha cafe, cozy, slightly chaotic, deeply Instagrammable. I want logos in light mode and dark mode, and I want at least one of them to be an animated motion graphic. I want the product mockups on the tumbler, the mug, the paper cup, plus a tote, a matcha powder tin, an apron, and a storefront sign. Hero shots in cafe settings, lifestyle shots with people, packaging close-ups. I need a brand color page like a real brand guideline. Social media templates in every aspect ratio I'd actually use. Instagram square, Instagram story, reel cover, wide web banner, the complete system. That is, way more than a brief 2 sentences I usually do, but this is a whole brand, so we're going big with the brief. So now, skills. If you saw video 1, you already know I love skills. Skills are pre-built workflows where instead of prompting one image at a time, Lovart runs a whole multi-step process for you end to end. Open the skills menu, click branding category. We want logo and branding. The description next to it says create logos and merchandise collections for your brand. Like, hello, yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Click. Lovart picks up all 5 of my references from the canvas. It picks up my prompt and just starts running. We wait a few minutes. Okay, look at the canvas. Look at this, starting from the top left. The logo in light mode. It's the Gizmo doodle, but cleaned up to make it even better. Sitting on a cream background with the Gizmo word mark underneath it. It looks like a real brand mark. This could be a sign in an actual cafe. The logo in dark mode, same Gizmo, inverted. The matcha eyes pop against the warm black background. So good. The brand color page, 3 colors, oat cream, deep matcha, warm black, each one with the hex code. It's CMYK, it's Pantone, laid out like a real brand guideline page I could drop into a deck. Typography pairing, a wide display serif for the word mark, a clean sans for the body, names of both fonts, examples of each at different sizes. Then we've got our product shots, like a bunch of product shots, hero photoreal mockups, a frosted glass tumbler full of matcha on a sunlit marble cafe table, the stoneware mug on a wooden countertop with steam coming off the top, a craft paper takeaway cup held in someone's hand, city blurred in the background, a canvas tote with Gizmo wordmark hanging on a kitchen hook, and a matcha powder tin with the full Gizmo label wrapped around it, a barista apron with the wordmark embroidered on the chest, a storefront window with the Gizmo signage etched in frosted vinyl, all photoreal, all consistent with some text living on them, all living in the same brand world. Social media templates. An Instagram square post, the Tumblr shot with the brand colors and a now serving Gizmo headline, an Instagram story, vertical, brand launch style, a reel cover, also vertical, composed for motion, and a wide hero banner, 16 by 9 for the Shopify store, the website, whatever you need. Different aspect ratios, same brand, same look. Like, this is a brand. This is what I would pay an agency $15,000 for, sitting right on my canvas in about 10 minutes. Now let's talk about some motion graphics. One of the coolest parts. Lovart didn't just give me static logos. It animated one of them. Look at this. Like, look. The Gizmo word mark fades in, and then Gizmo's eyes blink. Slow. Oh, I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed. This is going on the website. This is going on the screen above the counter at the cafe. This is going on every reel. And the frosted glass tumbler product shot, Lovart turned that into a motion graphic too. A slow rotation, the matcha sloshing gently inside. This is the Instagram reel intro. This is the TikTok product reveal. I did not shoot this. Nobody filmed this. It's just on my canvas. Touch edit, you guys. Remember touch edit from the GPT image 2 video? Same idea. We're going to brush over the thing that you want to change, type what you want it to be instead, and only that area updates. Real quick, we're going to do 2 tweaks. First, the eyes on the dark mode logo. The matcha green is a touch muted, and I want it to glow more. So we're going to paint over the eyes, type brighter matcha green, more saturated, slight glow. Boom, new eyes. The rest of the logo stays exactly how it was. Second, the tote. The word mark is sitting a little low on the bag. We're going to select the design area, type raise the word mark to sit closer to the strap. About 10% up. Done. The tote fixed. Everything else on the canvas untouched. This is the part that designers in the audience care about. Touch edit isn't a regenerate button. You don't lose the good stuff to fix the one bad thing. It's so cool. Now let's save as a skill because we are not doing this from scratch ever again. Lovart lets you take this entire workflow that we just did, the prompt, the references, the skill, all of it, and save it as your own custom skill. So the next time I have a brand idea, like the next one in my folder of silly little thoughts, I don't have to set it up from scratch. I just click my skill, upload new references, and hit go. So I click, save a skill, I name it Mary Lou's Brand Builder, add a little description, and now watch this. Open the skills menu and my skill is sitting right there alongside the built-in Lovart ones. That's the one I made. From this workflow, next brand idea, 3 clicks away. Let's download these assets and save them to the brand kit. The last part, 2 things. First, exporting. Every asset on this canvas I can export in whatever format I actually need. The logos as SVG, so they're vector and they print at any size, no pixelation ever. The product mockups as high-res PNG for social. Click the asset, hit export, pick the format, and it is in my downloads folder. But here's the bigger move, the brand kit. So Lovart has a section called brand kit. And what that does is it saves your brand identity, the logos, the colors, the type, the voice, all of it as a brand kit that lives in your workspace. I take the whole Gizmo system. I click save to brand kit and I name that kit Gizmo Matcha. Now 6 months from now, when I'm making a new Instagram campaign for Gizmo, I don't have to re-upload my logo. I don't have to retype my colors. I just tell Lovart use the Gizmo brand kit and it knows the logos, the colors, the fonts, the voice, all applied automatically to whatever I'm building next. Posters, packaging, video content, holiday campaign, all of it consistent with the brand every time. This is the part that makes Lovart stop feeling like a tool and start feeling like a design partner that actually remembers your brand. So that's the whole thing. A full brand system, logos in light and dark, one animated, a color page, social templates in every aspect ratio, a motion graphic, all saved as a custom skill so my next brand takes 10 minutes. All saved as a brand kit so the brand is permanent in my Lovart workspace. From a doodle of my cat in 30 minutes. If you have a brand idea you've been sitting on, like an actual I should launch this thing thought, please try this. Snap photos of any product references you have, write a real prompt for once in your life, run the logo and branding skill, polish with touch edit, save it as your own skill, save to your brand kit, and you will be so surprised, like genuinely shocked at how close to launch you can get in one afternoon. If you make a brand with this, please tag us. I want to see what you build because I know you guys have weirder and better ideas than mine. If you haven't seen our GPT Image 2 video yet, you can click the video on the screen. Thanks for watching. Oh, I really want a matcha.